What's going on, y'all? We are live here for the first annual and hopefully the first ever An0maly hosted no collusion party. So the Mueller report looks out. People are still unhinged. People are still freaking out. They think, maybe there's some old stuff, some new stuff. Who knows what's going on anymore? But I'm here hosting the collusion party. So we're going to jam out for a minute or 2 minutes. While everyone gets in, we're going to vibe out, listen to some music. And then I've also made a compilation of all the ridiculously fake mainstream media stories that they've been lying about for 2 years that many journalists such as myself, left-leaning progressives such as Jimmy Dore, Glenn Greenwald, Michael Tracy, and others. Congratulations to people on the left and the right who aren't total bold-faced liars. Let's party.
Hundreds of millions of people feel this way. They're just not gonna tell you. I will.
I like Trump, I don't really give a fuck. All y'all suck, I'm too real to play it safe, you fake it front. I'm the plug, y'all just follow like some sheep, do what they want. I don't jump, I'm just saying how I feel like Donald Trump. I like Trump, I like Trump, I don't really give a fuck. All y'all suck, I'm too real to play it safe, you fake it front.
Let's go, we got New York City in the house.
Y'all just follow like some
We got California.
they want. I don't jump, I'm just saying how
We got York, Pennsylvania. Let's go.
I like it like real. I do what I feel. Smoke a blunt and chill. Make 100 mil. Beat the system while the matrix numbers peel. People hate, but I just make another deal. You don't understand the system. Yeah, I'm about to paint a picture. Yeah, media control the mind is answer everything that ever goes against them. Yeah, why they pin you as a victim?
We got Dallas, Texas in the house. Let's go.
Yeah, then they tell you they gon' raise the taxes, help you out with everything you give them. Yeah, get the homeless getting bigger.
We got South Florida in the house. Come on. We got Ontario, Canada, Chicago, Arkansas, Baton Rouge, Vancouver, San Diego, Montreal, Toledo, Ohio, Baltimore, New Mexico, Australia. God bless in the house.
The mind got the culture hijacked and the people moving backwards.
Kanye be trying to tell you the truth.
But the critics still slap.
Hold up.
Whatever happened to Prince, Dick Gregory, Dr. Sebi, Michael Jackson? I like Trump, I like Trump. I don't really give a fuck. All y'all suck. I'm too real to play it safe, you fake it front. I'm the plug, y'all just follow like some sheep, do what they want. I don't jump, I'm just saying how I feel like Donald Trump. I like Trump, I like.
We got New York City, New Jersey, Texas in the house, Arizona, Phoenix. We got the whole world.
I'm the plug, y'all just follow like some shit, do what they want. I don't jump, I'm just saying how I feel like.
All right, sing it with me, guys.
I be blunt and real, I do what I feel. Smoke a blunt and chill, make 100 mil. Beat the system while the matrix numbers peel. People hate, but I just make another deal. I be blunt and real, I do what I feel. Smoke a blunt and chill, make 100 mil.
Beat the system while
The matrix numbers
people hate, but I
just make another deal. All these nice politicians lie. Yeah, still your money stacking like Dubai. Yeah, got you and your feeling to the ceiling, but they're dealing with the villains and the killers to the side.
We got ATL, North Korea. I think that's a lie, but that's hilarious. Cape Cod, Massachusetts. We got South Dallas, Texas. We got North Carolina, Virginia, boys.
Saying Puerto Rockefeller. Ooh, I can preach and beat a acapella. Ooh, reaching there for Mala, Kella, tell them look at who wants to send a Luther King a letter.
We about to hit them with the red wave.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be another tech slave.
Nah. Zuckerberg and Bezos. Check the hell off, you working with the majors while you stacking up the pesos from Pablo to Pablo. We can bring the God flow to all zones. I like Trump, I like Trump. I don't really give a fuck. All y'all suck. I'm too real to play it safe. You
We got Puerto Rico, Los Angeles, Orlando,
follow like some shit.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, Montreal. Someone said go Bills, but come on, that's an opinion. No one really likes the Bills. Let's be real, Brad.
I like Trump. I don't really give a fuck. All y'all
We got Mars in the house. Shout out Elon Musk.
said you fake it front. I'm the plug.
Y'all just follow like some sheep, do what they want. I don't jump. I just saying how I feel like Donald Trump. I look like a pirate. I look like a gay pirate when that's up like that. I'm not gay. I'm not gay though, guys. I just gotta tell you how straight I am. Although if I was gay, I'd probably already have a Pulitzer Prize, an Emmy, a Grammy, and an Oscar. So, is what it is. Welcome, guys, to the first and hopefully only no collusion party, celebrating 2 years of mainstream media lies. It's been a ridiculous journey. First off, I want to say thank you guys for the super chats. I saw the first one. Abel Contreras, God bless you. Thank you. Archa Magris Sancti, you sound like a legend. First off, let's see in the comment section. Sorry, I stuttered like 3 times. It's all good. It's better than that guy from MSNBC. Did you see that guy who was like, he like spit on his hand and started moving his hair when it was live? That was hilarious. Anyway, let me know which journalists were right about this, because off the top, I know a few. Glenn Greenwald, who is progressive left-leaning, he took a lot of heat for that from The Intercept. Jimmy Dore, I think Kyle Klinsky told the truth about it. Michael Tracy, took a lot of heat, told the truth about it. A lot of right-leaning journalists, most right-leaning journalists told the truth about it. And I worked really hard for the last 2 years debunking all of their stories. And it was like every single day, the mainstream media has a new lie for the people, a new distraction. And, I made a compilation of exactly, oh yeah, Alex Jones, obviously. We're going to talk about some stuff like that. But I made a compilation of all of the mainstream media ridiculous stories that made it obvious to me that it's a lie. And hopefully I don't know if after that intro it was so lit, it's like anybody with demonic forces in them probably like flew off the live stream. Mel said, I like Trump and water. God bless you, Mel. Thank you. I like both as well. We're going to go from the beginning. And I saved 10 articles here to just show how ridiculously goofy, fake, absurd, outlandish, and just embarrassing these stories were. As Malcolm X said, the mainstream media controls the minds of the masses. They can make the innocent look guilty and the guilty look innocent. That's power because they control the minds of the masses. If I have a pool that's this big, and you have a pool that's 10 million times the size of mine, I can make the focus on the little thing and make it look big. I can make the focus on the big thing and make it look little. That's what the news does. And with this Russia story, let's just jump on into it. I got some stuff for you. So the whole thing was basically justified by the Steele dossier. Christopher Steele, who right off the bat was just so obvious because Christopher Steele is like an ex-British spy. So anybody working with an ex-British spy, according to the dictionary definition of collusion, which is a ridiculous word anyway. It's not a ridiculous word. It's just ridiculous how they used it. They collaborated with a ex-British spy to make a dossier. So right off the bat, they're like, you're colluding with Russia because I'm colluding with Great Britain. It's like, you're working with spies because I'm working with spies. So the whole thing was launched off of working with an ex-British spy. Let's take it back to, and a lot of these I took mainstream media articles because people always like to foam at the mouth and say, An0maly's Fox News, even though Fox News doesn't like me. And, An0maly's Alex Jones, where it's like, guys, this is all in mainstream media. They tell you the truth one time and then they lie to you 10 million times and they play you. And I just want to say real quick, in any sort of abusive relationship, and I truly do mean this, it starts with yourself. You have to love yourself enough to know that you deserve better. If you have an abusive boyfriend, abusive girlfriend, you have to love yourself enough to realize that you deserve better. And when it comes to the mainstream media lying and manipulating you on either side, it all starts with yourself. If you love yourself enough to know that you deserve better, you'll get out of this abusive relationship with the mainstream media. So trust me, on both sides, some do better journalism than others, obviously. The left wants to have total control, obviously, but a lot of it is anger, fear, negativity, and selling you pharmacy pills in the commercials. It's bad vibes, guys. Let's go to the Washington Post. This is from October 24th, 2017. Straight out of Washington Post, Clinton campaign DNC paid for research that led to the Russian dossier. So this is Washington Post. This isn't right-wing news. Not only was the dossier created by an ex-British spy, which would in itself be foreign collusion, obviously, but it was funded by the Clinton campaign. They didn't know that when they used the dossier as a justification to do all this crazy stuff. Because, of course, it's like if Trump funded something and was like, look, I funded a thing that makes them the bad guy, like it changes the whole dynamic of it. But if it's just like a third party sort of thing. So the whole thing was funded by the Clinton campaign and DNC paid for the research, according to Washington Post, not me. Let's move on. Reporter who met with Christopher Steele now doubts the infamous dossier. So the whole original thing was I don't know. Christopher Steele wrote a dossier. Who cares? And then the writer who published it said it was fake. We found out the Clinton campaign funded it and it was put in Yahoo News, I believe. And then everyone's like, look at the Yahoo News article. That's why I fight so hard against fake news in myself. I know how they operate. Thank you, Germanus Absolute. I see that you pledged 250. Oh, God bless you, brother. Thank you for that on Patreon. I appreciate you. That's one of the biggest ones for sure. But they make a fake article about you. They make a whole fake narrative. They fund opposition research just like this. This is a great example of what they do to the left and the right wing, whoever is a threat to them. They fund opposition research. They make fake articles about you off of the opposition research they funded, and then they point to those articles and bring them to the SPLC, the ACLU, and whatever the other hate speech organizations' names are. And they say, look at this. And then they say, this guy's a neo-Nazi. We got to shut him. So it's all a lie. This says, two pieces of evidence that has come together prove anti-Trump dossier with Christopher Steele was the key source for a Yahoo News story that FBI cited to support its wiretap application. So if you're following what I'm saying, you had Christopher Steele, an expert. This is why the whole Russia collusion narrative started. And from there, it just got messy. And I have it all, guys. I did all the research, and I did it for 2 years. I have videos from 2 years ago explaining all this stuff. So they used a British spy, funded him, made a thing, gave it to Yahoo News, pointed to Yahoo News, and used all of the stuff that they themselves created and acted like they didn't as a means to spy on the president. So they were spying on the president, I would say illegally, but I'm no judge or lawyer, making their own fake articles. And then the guy who's like writing the articles like, I don't even believe this anymore. The whole thing was a lie. You think that's bad? Let's get into it. We'll halfway through, we'll have another song. That's how we're going to frame this. So let's move to one of the first and most widespread fake stories about the Russian hacking, because they had to say, Russia's hacking, Russia's hacking. That was a big thing. Russia's hacking. So where did one of the first stories about that come from? It came from the Washington Post, who made a story that said that Russia hacked Vermont's power grid. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was from late 2016, early 2017. They said that Russia hacked Vermont's power grid. It's a very big deal. Wow. Foreign nations hacking the power grid of Vermont. Like, what are they going to shut down our power, start a world war or something? Turns out that whole story was pretty much fake, and the Washington Post had to basically retract it. It was a lie. They never retract. They're like fraudulent people who just constantly double down. But they basically reframed the whole article. So I'm reading Forbes. This is out of Forbes magazine right now. It says fake news and how the Washington Post rewrote its story on the Russian hacking of the power grid. On Friday, the Washington Post sparked a wave of fear when it ran its breathless headline, Russian hackers penetrated U.S. electricity grid through a utility in Vermont, U.S. officials say. That lead sentence offered a code associated with a Russian hacking operation dubbed Grizzly Step by the Obama administration had detected within the system of a Vermont utility, according to U.S. officials. Let's scroll down. Let's not waste our time with this boring journalism. Yet it turns out this narrative was false, and as the chronology below will show, illustrates how effectively false and misleading news can ricochet through the global news echo chamber, through the pages of top-tier newspapers that fail to properly verify their facts. Actually, this is written pretty well. I'm sorry, my guy. This isn't bad. But let's take a music break. We'll listen to one of my favorite songs. No, I'm just kidding. I made it. But we'll listen to Bob Ross. We'll go in, and then we'll get more into it. So just to recap, it was all started by a British spy. So they're colluding with foreign nations, basically, to make this report, which was never proven true, that they themselves funded, and they themselves gave to Yahoo News, that the writer is even questioning the validity of it now. And then they used all of that to spy on people in the Trump administration and use all of this stuff to launch a Russia investigation. This is some next level coup stuff. It's incredible, man. We have God on our side. We have Kanye West on our side. We have Dennis Rodman on our side. We have Kid Rock on our side. Doesn't look like we're going to lose at this rate. What's more powerful than God, Dennis Rodman, and Kanye West? I mean, I can't think of very many things.
I'm not gonna lie. I see the shit y'all saying sometimes. It's just, I'm chilling, paying birds like I don't even see it. You feel me? Bob Ross, you won't never see me tripping. Got the vision, I don't even need assistance. Bob Ross, all I do is chill. My life is a thrill, for real. Bob Ross, I be too calm for the drama.
Let me know where you're at, guys. It's DJ An0maly here. I'm going to do shout-outs to your hometown. Let's go.
All I do is win. Don't mess with the king, for real. Bob Ross, your girl eat me up like Chex Mix. Watch me all the time like Netflix. Bob Ross, let me take it down slow. Let me break it down, look. Hold up. I Come up from the basement on a struggle from the pavement. Came up high, I feel Jamaican till my eyes switch to the matrix. We are all just human. Shout out Puerto Rican.
Thank you, Archie Mungus, for the super chat. God bless. We got Toronto in the house. We got Lakeland, Florida, Austin, Texas, New Zealand, Denver. Let's go.
Some clouds, like I don't see the shit y'all saying. Please embrace me. Need 2 girls when I need some for some occasions. Yeah, I'll take it double up like I invested on my savings. Bob Ross, you'll never see me tripping. Got the vision, I don't even need assistance. Bob Ross.
We got Flint, Michigan, Hollywood, Indo, California, Indo, Cali, Tampa, Florida, Jersey in the house.
I'll be too confident.
Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Washington, D.C., Texas, Ohio.
Bob Ross.
All we do is win. Don't mess with the king.
Yeah, I used to be a savage.
We got Jacksonville, Florida in the house. Chicago.
See me lay low in a hammock because I've had it with the havoc on this planet. I imagine.
Like John Lennon.
I like bad women.
I like nice. We got Newark, Tuscan, Rockport, Texas. We got a lot of Texas in the house. Dublin, Ireland. Shout out Irish. I don't want to get smeared in the media again.
Tell them how to deal with the devil, but went back to be myself. Got these girls kneeling for me. They're like half the NFL. Oh man, why they say it? I be pro LGBT. How I
We got Arkansas in the house, Albuquerque, Orlando, Puerto Rico, Phoenix, Tosi, a.k.a.
got the vision, I don't even need a
got Colorado.
All I do is chill. My life is a thrill, for real, Bob Ross.
Devin from South Carolina with the super chat. Thank you, brother.
That cause a problem, I'll solve it, Bob Ross.
All right, let's do it. We got bars on deck. Let's go. Everything I do an illustration. I'm the illustrator. Feel amazement. Got no deal. I'm taking every bill I'm making. Building payments. Chill like Bob Ross when he filled the waves and quote a paper. This ain't Picasso flow. This tutorial. So learn something.
Learn something. If you got a company, go learn something. If you an artist, start up and make it worse.
We got Ontario in the house. Taos, New Mexico. Kentucky.
Got them bad vibes. You can stay away. I'm Bob Ross.
We got Alaska. God bless you, Alaska. We got Dubai. I'm trying to be like an Instagram model. Fly me out to Dubai. You know, let's go. Virginia Beach, East Los Angeles. All right, so let's move on. Just a recap for anybody new here. First of all, this is the first and hopefully only no collusion party ever. I'm your host, DJ An0maly, a.k.a. Legendary Energy, a.k.a. Raul Bonifacio Guadalupe Lopez. That's the name if I ever run as a Democrat for office, because, you know, I got to secure that Hispanic vote, and I don't think my Puerto Rican blood's doing enough, so I'm definitely going to get more Spanish if I have to. Anyway, point being is we're going over how obviously fake this was. I started with Christopher Steele, who was a British spy. So they're trying to prove that Trump's working with Russia by literally working with ex-spies from Britain. They funded the dossier themselves. Nobody knew that till after. They gave it to some Yahoo News article. The guy realized it was fake later. And the whole thing was basically, for lack of a better term, a circle jerk to spy on the Trump administration and start this 2-year insurance policy, I don't know, to lie on every single late night host. And once again, you know, on this channel, it's all love. I know a lot of people don't give me credit and no one shows me love. I'm not saying no one, you guys do. It's great. But I'm just saying, you know, I don't hate on people I disagree with all the time, even though I think their domestic policy is awful. Shout out to all the people who are right about Russiagate. Glenn Greenwald, Jimmy Dore, Michael Tracy, a lot of right-wing journalists, you know, everybody who put 2 years on the line and went against their own narrative to let people know, even if they didn't like Trump, that the whole story was a lie. There's something to be said about the truth. I don't think it goes both ways. I mean, I don't think it matters. If you're a truth teller, it shouldn't matter which party it favors. Let's move on to maybe the goofiest thing that they said. So this was, I don't know if you guys remember, because there's so many fake stories. It's hard to keep up, but you know me, I do my research. I got a lot of them. They said that Russia hacked our election once their like first 5 stories failed. They said, no. Russia hacked the election because they did Pokemon Go ads and they sorry, I'm just gonna read the super chat real quick. Archimangus, he said, God's colluding with you. Thank you, brother. God bless. But yeah, they said it was Pokemon Go ads and Facebook ads, like Bill O'Reilly, Jesus Devil ads were why Russia influenced the election. So I'm going to compare two articles, and you guys use your brains, use your thinking caps, and tell me which one sounds more serious when it comes to foreign hacking. So this comes from not Breitbart, not Fox News, not Alex Jones. This comes from CNN Business, July 13, 2016. This is the headline. China hacked the FDIC, and U.S. officials covered it up, reports said. China spies hacked into computers at the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation from 2010 until 2013, and American government officials tried to cover it up, according to a congressional report. So China hacked our Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, and U.S. officials apparently covered it up. Isn't that interesting? You didn't hear much about that. Sounds pretty big deal. Sounds like a bigger deal than Pokemon Go. Sounds like a bigger deal than $10 or $1 million worth of Awfully Run. I mean, they're like Bill O'Reilly ads. All right. What else did China do? Let's get into it. This is Washington Post from June 8th, 2018. I don't know how this one slipped under the radar. This is in this era. China hacked a Navy contractor and secured a trove of highly sensitive data on submarine warfare. So China hacked, let's see. China government hackers have compromised the computers of a Navy contractor, stealing massive amounts of highly sensitive data related to undersea warfare, including secret plans to develop a supersonic anti-ship missile for use on U.S. submarines by 2020, according to American officials. So China not only hacked our American, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, they hacked a Navy contractor and stole our weapons plans. That's basically an act of war that China did. You heard nothing about it. Why did you hear nothing about it, guys? Same reason I was saying, Glenn Greenwald was saying, and others. The mainstream media are the biggest liars on the planet. They just circle jerk a bunch of lies. They have Trevor Noah, Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, NBC, Fox News, sometimes Fox News, most of the time not. But they have all these things, just repeat the lie, repeat the lie. Kendrick Lamar talked about Russia in a song. You had Bill Mayer was like, what did he say yesterday? He's like, I don't need to know what's in the Mueller report. I have a television. He's like, I don't need to know the truth because I have a brainwashed television to tell me what's not true. It's like, we get it, Bill Mayer. You're a liar. Let's move on. So China hacked a Navy contractor, stole weapons, guys, or weapons data. Now let's move on to the bombshell Russia stories that everyone's like, ooh, Russia. I watched Stephen Colbert and I know so much about politics. Ugh. 2 years of this nonsense, guys. This is Fortune. Russia even used Pokemon Go to hack into the 2016 election. Whoa, here's how. So they didn't talk about how China hacked our Navy contractor and stole supersonic weapons technology. They hacked into our Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, and U.S. officials covered up for it. Not a big deal to the mainstream media. Not a big bombshell story to Jimmy Kimmel or Stephen Colbert or Trevor Noah or all these people who get up on stage and hold these shiny awards and say, oh, Russia, Morgan Freeman, Russia used Pokemon Go to hack the 2016 election. Here's how. And Fortune wrote an awful article. I mean, guys, this is like an abusive girlfriend or boyfriend. You have to love yourself enough to realize you deserve better. I don't care if you don't. I don't want you to watch right-wing news. You don't have to. Do what you want to do. Watch somebody on the left. But for God's sake, please try to find somebody who doesn't lie to you and use you and sell you pills in the commercials. Please, I beg you. You don't have to like Trump. But respect yourself enough not to believe this stuff for 2 years. It's embarrassing. They went on to write about how the big scoop was that Russia used Pokemon Go to make Pokemon the names of Black Lives Matter people like Trayvon Martin. So they made them into Black Lives Matter, and they're saying that somehow affected the election because Russian people, they probably can't even specify that they were actually in the government, just Russian corporations. Guys, China owns a lot of the entertainment industry, like literally owns it. And China works with the communist government. And it's like, they're like Russian companies. It's like you don't even know if they work directly with Putin. They just think everyone in Russia works with Putin. Do you know how many millions of businesses do business with China? It's ridiculous. Anyway, so I don't know if you guys have ever played Pokemon Go, but you almost never see other people in Pokemon Go. You only see your own Pokemon. And if you go to a spot where there's a battle, which is like on every couple corners, if you walk around, you can battle somebody and then you pretty much only see their Pokemon if you battle them. So even if they changed all of their Pokemon to Black Lives Matter people, first of all, what does that have to do with anything? Second of all, not everyone it's not very common to see somebody else's Pokemon. This is such ridiculously pathetic journalism. It's embarrassing. It's pathetic. Guys, I see you guys saying, what about this? We'll talk about it. Michael Easterwood, I'm going to read that. That's a big super chat. Thank you, brother. It's been a pretty good day today. I went to see the movie US, and when I got out, was greeted with the confirmation of what I always knew. No collusion. It's pretty insulting to think that Trump needed help to win. Anyway, keep up the good work. Peace. God bless you, brother. I mean, he got a lot of help from the American people. He had no help from the tech companies. He had no help from the Republican establishment. He had no help from the Democratic establishment. The Rothschilds didn't like him. The bankers really didn't like him. Nobody liked him. No celebrities backed him up. No musicians backed him up. Trump had pretty much nothing. Like everything was rigged against him. Google is rigged. Twitter is rigged. Facebook was rigged at the time, and they got rid of their news section, and still they have ridiculous censorship policies. Everything in the world, that's what the media does. They have 95% of everything, and then they frame it like you're the criminal. If you're the best person in the world, you're the worst person in the world. If you're the worst person in the world, they live in an upside down world, guys. You get it. We'll move on, and then we're going to have another music break, and we'll get into more foreign collusion. Don't worry, guys. I'm not shy. I'm not a puppet. I'm not a liar, and I'm certainly not afraid to say all the types of collusion. So we'll get into it. I got a lot of stuff here. So not only did they say Pokemon Go, they made a bigger stink out of Pokemon Go, which makes absolutely no sense, over China hacking our Navy contractor and stealing supersonic missile technology, basically. This is from USA Today, who smeared me, by the way. USA Today, the interesting journalism, they smeared me last week. It says, on Politics Today, an army of Jesus, how Russia messed with Americans online. So there's a dude, this is so funny. They show a picture and it has Jesus arm wrestling the devil. And it says, Satan, if Clinton wins, Satan says, if I win, Clinton wins. Jesus says, not if I can help it. And then it says, press like to help Jesus win. So this was a Facebook ad that a Russian company that they really weren't even able to confirm that they were part of the Russian government, just a company. They ran ads telling you that Hillary Clinton was Satan, and they targeted a bunch of like Bill O'Reilly supporters. Listen how most reaction this got. It says 97 reactions, 15 comments, and 29 shares, guys. 29 shares. Ridiculous. And they think that this swayed the election enough to write an article about it. All right, let's look at my Facebook page real quick. I have no ads. I'm an American citizen, and they know that now because Facebook tracks me 24/7. They made it able to do so, or else I couldn't post. I have 288,000 followers on Facebook. I posted a Paul Joseph Watson screenshot of him saying, 4 FBI agents, 2,800 subpoenas, 500 witnesses, 500 search warrants, 230 communication records, 50 phone taps, 13 foreign government intel requests, no collusion, insufficient evidence of obstruction. The media lied to you again and again and again. My post has 9,100 reactions and 6,881 shares. 6,881 shares, guys, in 2 hours. So just to let you know, I reach more people in some weeks, some months than Russia does in the entire year that they said all these posts. They were like, dude, they reached this many people with this much money. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. So the framing of these Russian Facebook ads and Pokemon Go stuff was the goofiest, most pathetic thing I've probably ever seen. And hopefully that makes it more clear how deceptive they were. But they have a new story. We're going to get into another music break in a second. My new song, Matrix Breaker, which is going to be out on Spotify and iTunes. As soon as the producer, he's just got to give me his info so I could get him some money. Like when we split the royalties, he owns half the song. Anyway, it's just ridiculous. They'll frame anything, and they have a news story every single day. If there's a bombshell here, they'll have a bombshell here. If there's supersonic missiles hacking here, there's Pokemon Go ads here. it's just like people hate Trump so much that they're willing to believe anything. But let's have fun. Let me know where you guys are from. I'll give you guys shout outs while the song's on. And then, I'll shout out your hometown. Super chats. I'll read all super chats. And then some other, like if you guys shout out your name, I'll try to get your other places too. It's my new song, Matrix Breaker.
They told me not to rap about.
Damn, they got me all fuzzy and stuff, guys. Come on, why are they playing me?
I went my own route. 250 million views. No deal, no label, no manager. Y'all fucked up. Listen. Hold up. I'm bringing hip hop back. They tried to kill it like Gaddafi. Rest in peace, the prodigy. Sorry, the system got you. They sleeping in the streets, but they feel the sense. Zimbabwe spend $1 trillion fighting war, but still ain't living up the projects. It's a mindset, and I don't want you to find strength. I might flex and raise the children to heights. Yes, I know these rap sites ain't gonna give me the interview, cause in 10 minutes I could probably brighten up the inner you. They don't want you to have self-awareness. They want you helpless, careless. They want you dead on welfare. They want you ready to bring hell here.
It's all right, guys. Yeah, I know I'm blurry. I'm too effective. They gotta make me blurry, but hopefully I'll get unblurry in a second. I'm sorry.
For the liberals, that means bigger government. Don't get this shit confused. They use emotion.
All right, we got Rocky Mountain, Spring, Texas in the house. Little Rock Bob, don't know what that means. Montserrat, Boston, Tennessee, Tampa, Florida, Los Angeles, Montana, South Dakota, yes sir.
Y'all transparent like your kids switch genders, you see through. I see you and I ain't a scared fella, I'm a warrior. If voice of weapons, nothing's gorier. The women wanna touch me from Echo Park to Astoria.
Oh, we got Freedom Award. Thank you for the super chat, brother. He said, no more listening to sold out hacks. Keep doing your thing. It's refreshing. God bless.
Those are undercover sluts, they like see me be spoiled. It's trending around the map now like CBD oil. You gotta wrap it up, I call it easy E foil. Y'all some obsolete pieces like a DVD coil. Y'all ain't fucking with the kid. R. Kelly's bodyguard, but he ain't the only one. What the fuck you think they lobby for? They say I work too much, you know, should hobby more. Skyscraper flow, you chillin' sitting on the lobby floor. They say An0maly, I don't like your rapping. I think to myself, you know what I don't like? The fact that I've accomplished more in a day of my life than you have in 3 decades. You ain't playing it right. Y'all should stop hating and pay me for consultation. I could probably change your life with a minute of observation. If you can't find your girl, just bet my cock and Jay say you a cuck. You can watch her, she swallow my dog like Nathan's. I'm a boss, I'm a real man. What the fuck did you think this was? People talk online, but they be softer than a Jigglypuff. Sipping on my tea and I don't even keep my pinky up. She said, say,
all right, we got Toronto in the house, Queens, New York City. God bless.
I'm making a song right now.
Lexington, this part's fire. You guys ready?
Right now. That ain't really hard to do, cause the culture's so enslaved that we just 2 steps away from being sold right now. I said I'm sick with the rap, ripping the track. Y'all know that I be ridiculous at everything I do, I'm big in the map. Never gonna stop like a second attack, so get in the bag. Shut your mouth, don't get offended at that. We gonna bust out the enemy path. Rap like my together energy pack with amenities, yeah. I switch it up, now it sounded like it's slow-mo. My rap reaches the youth, my news connects with old folk. You ain't symbol flow, welcome to the snow globe. Is he joking or not? Don't worry, just know, bro. Y'all are faker than a moon rock from NASA.
Thank you, Raymond, for the super chat. One love. God bless you.
Plasma, they try to catch their breath, keeping up with me, then get asthma. This a battle when they're trying to hurt the children like cattle. I'm just asking for some critical thought, for some real discussion, not a digital war. I'm a physical force, I'm a spiritual horse. Triple crown, I don't hit the ground. In sync with the Lord. You couldn't flow like me. If the sync was your face, put more than 5 on it. Just give me Cinco and change. Justice League, hit me up, this instrumental deranged. And I'm the best fucking rapper they won't let in the game. I've been nice since 19, but they wouldn't listen. They told me drugs and women when I had to be spitting. But I just thought, fuck you, they did my thing. Got 250 million views without a deal, a label, a manager. I'm the truth, you a fool, a goof, misleading the fucking youth.
You a tool for elites to kill all the kids in school.
I make music for Einsteins and high vibes.
You make music for Weinsteins and wise guys.
Fireworks flow, the sight will leave your eyes wide. Treat my ex like NSYNC, can't wait, but bye-bye. Got stupid flow, she called me beautiful. Then showed me nipples like Maroon 5 at the Super Bowl. I'm so done with this shit. The real war's gonna.
There's no collusion, guys. Thank you, guys.
Nah, I got my own outlet. Yeah, my vote got wet. Got more reach than your whole fucking label. You fucking fable. All I do is electrify.
With fluent eclectic lines, y'all knew that respect would find the dude who is next in shine. Yes, me. And yeah, I'm bright with the mic. And we're breaking the matrix tonight. All right, guys. There's no collusion if you're joining. Thank you, guys. I'll scroll up and get some shout outs to where you're from. Let's see. We got South York County, Pennsylvania. We got Marion, North Carolina. We got Virginia in the house, Phoenix, Arizona, Rio Grande Valley, Bradenton, Florida, Lincoln Park, Michigan, Minnesota in the house. Lloyd Tucker Carlson, he's a favorite here. No collusion. Never was. Probably. I mean, there's actually a lot of collusion. That's the next part of this. Why am I fuzzy again? They keep trying to hate on the kid. It's all good, guys. Just deal with me, and I'll hopefully get on fuzzy. I'll close some of these old links. Let's see if that helps. All right, so we started the segment off before, and we talked about, thank you guys, Ireland. God bless you guys. Yeah, I should be a legend in Ireland now. After that, I took one for the team, guys. I'm not even Irish, and they tried to like ruin my life over standing up for Irish people. So God bless Ireland. Hopefully you guys like me out there. Hopefully I won't get arrested next time I go to Europe. It's like, not that I've ever been, but I don't know. Bugs me out going to Europe or Australia. They're like, did you tell the truth in the last 5 years on Facebook? And I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. I try to be honest. And they're like, oh, sorry, you're banned from this country. All right. So now that if you guys haven't seen, you got to just start over. This has been a blast. But we went over a bunch of stuff. Now we're going to get into, we'll get into one more lie, and then we'll talk about all the real foreign collusion that they're not talking about. So this is from Glenn Greenwald, who did really great reporting during this whole Russia stuff. I got to give him more props. If the world was saying we'd all win a Pulitzer Prize, but Pulitzer Prize, kind of like a Nobel Peace Prize, it doesn't mean anything when you give it to someone who drops 26,000 bombs on 7 different countries and solves absolutely nothing. You know, what is the Nobel Peace Prize? It's an inverted reality, just like Pulitzer Prize. It's for people who are friends with these other people. Anyway. This comes from Glenn Greenwald. 5 weeks after the Guardian's viral blockbuster Assange Manafort scoop, no evidence has emerged, just stonewalling. So if you guys remember, they had some big conspiracy theory that they ran saying that Manafort had secret talks with Julian Assange. Never turned out to be true. People believed that, and they believed a lot of stuff. There were like 30, 40 fake stories about this. And that's the thing. As soon as that story collapses, move on to the next one. When that story collapses, move on to the next one. That story collapses, move on to the next one. It's what they do. But let's talk about foreign collusion, because there's actually a lot of foreign collusion. It's just not with Russia, unfortunately, or fortunately. I don't know. I don't mean to say unfortunately. So let's start with Saudi Arabia. This is from Observer, and it says the arrested Saudi Arabian Prince Alawid owns these 12 U.S. companies. So when it comes to foreign influence in America, let's talk about Prince Alawid. His name is his full name is, let me see, Prince Alawid bin Talal. He's a billionaire investor with tangled business ties in American companies. Let's talk about it. CNBC said in a report that arresting Prince Alawid is like arresting Warren Buffett or Bill Gates in the U.S. I don't know if you guys remember that. A bunch of Saudi like royalty was arrested a year ago, and the news lied about it, but it's all good. Here's a list of U.S. companies Prince Alawid has significant stakes in and the year he invested. Citigroup, 1991. Saks Incorporated, Saks Fifth Avenue, 1993. The Plaza Hotel in New York, 1995. The Plaza was owned by Donald Trump from 1988 to 1992. Prince Alawid purchased a controlling stake in 1995. Interesting. News Corp, 1997. Prince Alawid owns 5.5% of Rupert Murdoch's News Corp. I don't know if that's still the case, if he might have sold some, but this is not that old of an article. News Corp owns Fox News, and if you wonder why the reporting's a little shoddy on there, I mean, multiple reasons, but 5.5% of the company, you know, that owns Fox News is owned by a Saudi Arabian prince. Isn't that striking? Time Warner, which owns CNN, TMZ, many others. I mean, Time Warner, even for a portion, I don't know if they still do, they owned Super Deluxe on YouTube. Isn't that interesting? You saw those Alex Jones funny videos where they make fun of Alex Jones and right wingers. They are hilarious, but isn't that interesting that it's owned by Time Warner, or at least was? Prince Alawid owns 5%. So imagine a country, not Russia, owning CNN, large stakes in CNN and Fox News. Whoa, crazy, isn't it? AOL, 1997. Apple, 1997. Prince Alawid purchased more than 5% of Apple shares in 1997 for $115 million. Motorola, 1997. eBay, 2000. Twitter, 2011. Prince Alawid raised his Twitter stake in 2015 to 5%. He is the second largest shareholder of the company. Wow, interesting. It's almost like I already knew this stuff, but I got to pretend like it's new to me. Snap Incorporated, which owns Snapchat, I believe, Lyft, Prince Alaoude, along with General Motors and other 9 investors, chipped in $1 billion in Lyft's F capital raising. Wow, imagine that. For a powerhouse from a foreign country that runs off royalty, basically. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate it. Owned stakes at one point in Citigroup, Saks Fifth Avenue, Plaza Hotel, New York, News Corp, which owns Fox, Time Warner, which owns CNN, and a lot of other stuff. AOL, Apple, Motorola, eBay, Twitter, Snapchat, and Lyft. Wow. Let's move on to more foreign collusion. Wouldn't it be crazy if Donald Trump worked side by side with a Chinese spy for 20 years? Would be really interesting. But the problem was that it was actually, according to, I'm going to read Washington Post now because I'm not even going to read right-wing news. This is an opinion article. Explain the Chinese spy, Senator Feinstein. If this was Donald Trump, it would be everywhere. But it was just Senator Feinstein. So let's keep it moving, right? Because foreign collusion only matters if we lie about it on the television. Written by Mark A. Thiessen, columnist, August 9th, 2018. Imagine if it emerged that the Republican chairman of the House or Senate Intelligence Committee had a Russian spy working on their staff. Think it would cause a political firestorm? Well, this month we learned that Senator Dianne Feinstein had a Chinese spy on her staff who worked for her for about 20 years, was listed as an office director on payroll records, and served as her driver when she was in San Francisco, all while reporting to China's Ministry of State Security through China's San Francisco consulate. The reaction of the mainstream media? Barely a peep. Whoa, isn't that interesting? 20 years worth of Chinese spy work and no peep from the mainstream media. Why would that be? Let me think. Oh, they don't actually care about foreign collusion, guys. They just don't like Donald Trump. Very simple. They lied about it every step of the way, from the dossier, from the Yahoo article, from who funded it, from how accurate it was, to they didn't hack or they didn't wiretap the Trump administration when we found out that they actually did, from saying that they care about Russian Facebook ads and Pokemon Go, which had nothing to do with it. Meanwhile, China's hacking all this stuff. It's so obvious. It's just ridiculous. And I've been saying this stuff for 2 weeks. 2 years. It's like, it couldn't possibly be more obvious. It's like, guys, what's a bigger deal? Hacking our Navy contractor and stealing supersonic weapons technology, or Pokemon Go, Black Lives Matter creatures? It's just so sad I have to go over this. So Saudi Arabia princes own huge stakes in all of our news. Al Jazeera is a Qatar state-funded news organization, Al Jazeera. So if you see Al Jazeera anywhere, that's literally Qatar-funded news. BBC, British-funded news. I mean, when you search on YouTube, they've rigged the algorithm against American citizens to favor Al Jazeera and France 24 and BBC and all of these foreign news organizations. They're colluding with foreign nations, literally. Maybe I'll make a report on that, how YouTube is colluding with foreign nations to shut down American citizens and independent content creators. They are projection tactic style liars. Everything that they do, they claim others are doing. If they're colluding with foreign nations, others are. If China's buying out full page ads in Iowa, which they did to lobby against the Trump administration, they claim that it's Russia. If it's everyone under the sun gets to have their own organization, but they just say Russian news is bad. It's so ridiculous. And the reason is, to be honest, the reason I've come to conclusion is Russia now, you got to understand, Russia now, it's not perfect. It's a little cold, both literally and spiritually. But Russia's not communist Russia anymore. If it was, I'm sure the news would love it. But Russia, like RT, I don't know if you guys know Russia Television, they actually do decent journalism. So, they actually do deep diving journalism. And so does Al Jazeera sometimes, but it has more of like the, Islamic spin to it. And then it's like BBC has like the British establishment spin to it. Russia has the Russian spin to it, but it seems like Russia's like values, like Putin doesn't want the degeneracy of his people. It lines up the most with conservatives. That's why they're so mad at it. And they're not mad at these other things. And someone wanted to talk about other collusion, and I'll talk about that too. I've been joking about it, and it's no disrespect to anybody who lives in Israel or Jewish people. It's all love for me, peace, positivity, and I show a lot of love. But AIPAC too. I know, you guys don't like when Ilhan Omar says it, but maybe you'll spare me when I say it. look who's going to APAC this year. You have the leaders on the Democratic and Republican side on both sides of Congress. You have Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Mitch McConnell, and I think Kevin McCarthy. They're all attending APAC. So imagine if Russia had it's American Israeli Political Action Committee. Imagine if there was a Russian influenced political action committee, and imagine Russia had a committee to influence our politics, and Mitch McConnell showed up, Kevin McCarthy showed up, Nancy Pelosi showed up, Chuck Schumer showed up. Guys, it's not Russia that has a huge impact on our culture and our politicians and technology. It's China, Israel, and Saudi Arabia. And I would say we're aligned with Saudi Arabia and Israel a lot more than we are China, but they have 100 times the impact that Russia has. Like, Russia really doesn't have that much impact in the media, in our technology. Like, Russia is this much compared to Israel, Saudi Arabia, and China, whichever way you want to flip it. So when it comes to foreign influence in media, it's just kind of ridiculous the way they spun this Russian narrative. And hopefully this video, although of course they had to blur me out, I don't know what the deal with that is, making me all blurry. You know, it might be because I have my television plugged in. Sometimes when my TV's plugged in, it doesn't work because it has internet. So it might be my fault. I'll figure it out. Sorry that it's blurry, guys. But let's see what else we got. I'll read a few comments and then I'll keep this one short. Maybe we'll play one more song. I'll see if I have another song for you guys. But yeah, if you watch this whole video or you joined late, rewatch it, because I went through the start from how the Steele dossier was created. We had a blast. We played a few songs. We made it a party. And also I went, through all of the biggest breakdowns of like how ridiculously fake this narrative was. You know what? For now, I'm going to find my video real quick that I made. We'll listen to it. It's from March 17, 2017. So thank you guys to everybody who supported me over the last year. Thank you to everybody who's supported me over the last 2 years and that knows that regardless of what I report on and whether you agree with it politically, I try to be as accurate as possible. And I also reference smart people on the left wing and give them a lot of shine and light as well. So let's listen to me. Let's listen to me 2 years ago, since I knew this stuff, in March 22nd, 2017. With Fox News, if you've been playing along with the Russian news, you've been getting lied to, manipulated, and used. I guarantee this video will be proof. If you like the truth, watch the whole thing. If you like being lied to, then maybe this video is not for you. I'm going to show you the truth. Gotten so bad that yesterday the FBI launched an investigation on InfoWars and Breitbart. They said they got so desperate with this Russia collusion thing, they launched an investigation on Breitbart and InfoWars 2 years ago. And they tried to say that Breitbart and InfoWars was Russian because they didn't agree with them. Dude, this is what they do. Even if you're left-leaning, but mostly right-leaning people, if you disagree with their narrative, they try to say you're Russian, they try to say you're racist or a supremacist and ruin your life and investigate you and destroy you. But we will not back down. For ties to Russia. This is getting ridiculous. Any news source that doesn't agree with them and doesn't agree with their lies is now up for an investigation. I hope they don't group me in that category, because I literally use news sources they control, CNN, Washington Post, and New York Times, to show that the Russia propaganda is not real. They say it in their own news sources, yet they're going to investigate Breitbart and InfoWars for telling the truth sometimes. Hillary Clinton, the global powers that run the world, and the Democratic Party had an idea for what they wanted to happen. They lost the election, and now they're freaking out. They're freaking out so much that they could literally lie to people every single day. And there's still millions of people who say, Russia. I don't like Donald Trump because he hacked the election with Russia. There's millions of people who believe this. Whether you like Donald Trump's policies, whether you like him as a person or not, this Russian news is a complete fraud, a complete fabrication, and it's getting sillier and sillier by the day that people still believe this.
Watch me living out the system, yeah, I stretch like every day. I'll be all about my fitness, keep my mind about the stress. So I always be my sickness. I don't trust no corporation, cause they lie like politicians.
All right. So since I'm blurry, I'm not going to stay that long. They blurred me out, but we'll listen to I Like Trump one more time and we'll all dance and have a fun time. So let's get it one more time. Let's listen to the song and let's celebrate the no collusion. After 2 years of media lies, Will they ever stop lying? Will they ever stop deceiving? Will they ever stop misleading? Will they ever stop pressuring and threatening everybody who disagrees with them? I'm not sure, but I don't really care.
I'm just amazed that people feel this way. They're just not gonna tell you. I will.
I like jump, I don't really give a fuck. All y'all suck, I'm too real to play it safe, you fake it front. I'm the plug, y'all just follow like some shit, do what they want. I don't jump, I'm just saying how I feel like Donald Trump. I like jump, I like jump, I don't really give a fuck. All y'all suck, I'm too real to play it safe, you fake it front.
Let's go, guys.
Y'all just follow like some shit, do what.
Let's get it.
I don't jump, I'm just saying how I feel like Donald Trump. I like I be blunt and real. I do what I feel. Smoke a blunt and chill. Make 100 mil. Beat the system while the matrix numbers peel. People hate, but I just make another deal. You don't understand the system. Yeah, I'm about to paint a picture. Yeah, media control the mind and censor everything that ever goes against them. Yeah, why they pin you as a victim? Yeah, so you always stay dependent. Yeah,
Then they tell you they gonna raise the taxes, help you out with everything you give them.
homeless getting bigger. So some weapons out in Yemen. I ain't getting into all the specifics, but you best believe I ain't tripping. Listen, all these rappers complain about taxes, but don't realize who tax them. Under control of the mind, got the culture hijacked and the people moving backwards. Kanye be trying to tell you the truth, but the critics still slash them.
Whatever happened to Prince, Dick Gregory, Dr. Sebi, Michael Jackson?
I like Trump, I like Trump, I don't really give a fuck. All y'all suck, I'm too real to play it safe, you fake it front.
Thank you, Alyssa.
Y'all just follow like some shit, do what they want.
My man Shaheen said, research Jim Jeffries exposed by An0maly. Guess what? I talked to Avi.
I like Trump, I don't really give a
I'll tell you after the song.
all y'all suck, I'm too real to play it safe, you fake it front. I'm the plug, y'all just follow like some shit, do what they want. I don't jump, I'm just saying how I feel like Donald Trump. I like Trump, be blunt and real. I do what I feel, smoke a blunt and chill. Make 100 mil, beat the system while the matrix numbers peel. People hate, but I just make another deal. I be blunt and real. I do what I feel, smoke a blunt and chill. Make 100 mil, beat the system while the matrix numbers peel. People hate, but I just make another deal. All these nice politicians lie. Yeah, still your money stacking like Dubai. Yeah, got you in your feeling to the ceiling, but they're dealing with the villains and the killers to the side. Yeah, I'm about to teach you the truth. Yeah, they ain't trying to teach it to you. Yeah, they would rather keep you in the system, pay 100K for college just to end up in a prison. Yeah, they just how you go to Rockefeller. Oh, I can preach and beat it a cappella. Oh, reaching different mellow, killer, tell them look at who wants to send a Luther King a letter. We about to hit him looking that way. Yeah, I ain't trying to be another tech slave. Nah, Zuckerberg and Bezos, check the halo. I be working with them angels while you stacking up them pesos. From Pablo to AMLO, we gon' bring the God flow to all souls. I like Trump, I like Trump, I don't really give a fuck. All y'all suck, I'm too real to play it safe, you fake it front. I'm the plug, y'all just follow like some shit, do what they want. I don't jump, I'm just saying how I feel like Donald Trump. I like Trump, I like Trump, I don't really give a fuck. All y'all suck, I'm too real to play it safe, you fake it front. I'm the plug, y'all just follow like some shit, do what they want. I don't jump, I'm just saying how I feel like Donald Trump. I like Trump.
Yes, sir. All right. Someone said, what's up with the hat? I mean, what do you mean? It's beautiful. I actually bought it to play a girl in a skit that I did. I made a skit where I was a girl, but I just wear it now because I can. And I want to say one of the super chats. Thank you, Alyssa. Appreciate you. Thank you, Michael. Again, that was very nice. Also, someone said you need to look up An0maly. I just want to let y'all know how on it I am real quick before I leave. Not only do I know about Avi's viral video on YouTube, if you guys don't know, An0maly caught Jim Jeffries slipping, trying to frame him, and Avi got him from Australia. Not only do I know about it, not only is it going viral on YouTube, but now it's going viral on Facebook because I posted it. I got his permission. I uploaded it. Let's see how many views it has on Facebook. I'm 2 steps ahead, guys. It's already going viral on Facebook. Let's see. An0maly, Jim Jeffries. I downloaded it. I reframed it. I re-uploaded it. Let's see where we at. So, all right, we're at An0maly on my page World Cloud on Facebook. I uploaded it. I tagged him. I gave him all the credit in the world, make sure people knew the original video. It's got 405,000 views in about a day or two, 4,300 likes, and over 10,000 shares. So I'm a step ahead, guys. It's already up, going viral on Facebook now. Dina Marie said this is for the hat. Thank you for tipping me for the hat. Thank you. Hippie Cowboy said Mueller the martyr. He will bring them down with him. We'll see. We'll answer a few more questions, and then I'll roll out. Thank you guys for joining. I know I'm getting blurrier and blurrier. The system's trying to take me down. It's all good. I'll close some tabs. Someone said, "Don't you dare take the hat off." Yeah. Oh no, I'm not taking the hat off, guys. Come on. Stop. I'm gonna wear this hat the rest of my life. I actually surgically put it on my head. Someone said East Los Angeles, California house needs some conservative backup. God bless, J Doggy. I got you. You know what time it is. You know. And this is the thing too. We'll see. I may have some big opportunities soon. Because I don't care. I'll sit down with a Democrat. I'll sit down with a Republican, and people are talking solutions and they're not crazy, or if they are crazy but fun, you know, I'm about it. But I might have some big opportunities, because what we need to do is we need to make. I don't even want to say conservatism, because I don't even agree with a lot of conservatives on a lot of stuff. But we need to make freedom cool again. We need to make the right to bear arms cool. We need to make libertarianism-ish, you know, cool. And I think conservatives don't know how to do that. Like, you know, you're out in East Los Angeles. I'm not saying, I mean, there's a bunch of different places. I know East Los, but you know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of these like up and coming conservatives, they don't invite An0maly anywhere. It's like, I could be the DJ, I could perform, I could speak. I'm not saying I have to, but like, we got to make this stuff cool. Cause when I watch a lot of conservatives, I'm like, that ain't it, chief. That ain't it. And like all these kids watch them and they like, that's why I don't like conservatism. But I got the script, I got the vibes, and it looks like I might have a very big opportunity here soon. And we'll see though. I just no games, you know, don't play games with me. Just let me shine, and I'll spread the light and the love. But you know how it is. That's why I do my own thing. We got 250 million views thanks to you guys. We got no manager, no deal. No advertising budget. I spend $0 on ads. All these viral videos I think I have like 6 million views this week on Facebook between my two things combined. No advertising. I don't pay for any ads. Nothing. It's just I'm the editing team. I'm the lighting team. I'm the filming team. I do it all, and that's all thanks to you guys for seeing that and, you know, sharing, and it's been incredible. So as long as I got you guys, we got the biggest army in the world. We're everywhere, and we're an army of love. But we're not weak. We're not foolish. We're not naive, and we are certainly not pushovers. So don't get it twisted. Looks like the hat in the film Big Trouble. I bought this at like Marshall's or Kohl's or one of those stores. I bought it for like $10 because I needed it for a skit. I wanted to be a girl in a skit. But then I'm like, you know, I could pull this off when, like, as a man. You know, I'm gender fluid, guys. I just flow with how I feel. You feel me? Like some days I'm a man, but then when they're like, An0maly is a straight white man, I'm like, whoa, do not assume my gender, because I'm not anymore. Like, I used to be a white man, but like now I'm a Puerto Rican sunflower / woman hybrid. Tad said, how do we get you on Levin? Just ask him. I don't know. It's like when I don't get invited to these things, it's fine because I don't care. I'm busy anyway. And my life is good. I can't lie. I'm having a great time. But, you know, people, they're always like, oh, we know An0maly. We all know An0maly. I'm like, then why don't you invite me? I don't know. I mean, they're like, oh, I talked to someone recently and she's like, everyone at the White House knows you. I was like, we'll see. We'll see. I don't care. I don't need to be popular, but it's like, I don't know. If they want to talk to me, that's fine. If not, it's all good. We got YouTube, we got Facebook. I'm not that concerned about it, but I would say just ask them, just hit them up until they're annoyed. Like that's what they did. I think it was the one dude. He was like, dude, everyone keeps requesting you. Hit up Joe Rogan. Because Fox, here's the thing with Fox News. People who watch Fox pretty much already like Trump. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. I'm not like, I know a lot of my friends do really good work on Fox News, and that's awesome. But Fox, I don't want to, it's fine, but I'd rather get on I want to get on the Joe Rogan podcast, because he has both audiences, you know, he has people on the fence. I would love to be on Joe Rogan's podcast. I'd like to be on Dave Rubin's. Honestly, I'd rather sit down with them than these other people. I'm also going to debate on Tuesday, guys. Tuesday, 9 a.m. I'll be debating John Burke. Not quite sure who he is, to be honest. I've heard his name once. I think he's like an Instagram poster or whatever, but I don't know. He was dissing me because of my Ben Shapiro tweet. Ben Shapiro always tells Donald Trump to shut up. So I was like, not only is that horrible advice, because he's like, shut up on Twitter, but I was like, his Twitter is the only place where he can speak in full without being framed out of context. Anyway, he was like, no, blah, blah. He was like talking all this stuff about me. And I was like, hey, let's debate. And he's like, let's do it. So I'm going to debate that guy, John Burke. And I guess we're going to talk about, I don't know, whatever he wants to talk, whatever his problem is. And I'm not saying, I thought it was hilarious. I'm not even mad. I think it's going to be fun and great. But that's what I do. And people are like, no, he's just a social influencer. He doesn't, Ben Shapiro's the best. I was like, all right, let's debate about it. Make America debate again. That's what we're doing. Someone said, I thought you were going to debate Adam Green. Yeah, I'm going to chat with Adam at a certain point, but so I'll talk about that for a second. Steven Crowder. Yeah, I'd love to be on Steven Crowder. That would be awesome. So Adam, my sleeve is broken on here. I flexed out too much, but I did this before. So with Adam, Adam wants to debate somebody else on Zionism. So I think it would be a better debate if Adam finds somebody who considers himself a Zionist. And, you know, Adam Green, he has this channel where he does a lot of like research on Israel and Zionism. So I'd rather host a debate like I did the Owen Benjamin, Andrew Mayer debate. I think that would be a better debate. So we're going to wait to do that. But yeah, I would love to do that. So I'm going to wait on that. And I have a few other things in the chamber. But also, yeah, I don't know if, just let him know that. But he knows. I talked to Adam. Did you ban InfoWars Bear? No, I didn't ban InfoWars Bear. Not at all. No, Adam makes cool videos. I appreciate his work. He's just a little bit I don't want to be mean. He's been cool to me, but he's just a little rude and annoying, honestly. Like I don't mind his videos. I appreciate his content, but he's like always like yelling, like his tone and the way he speaks to me and other people, I don't really appreciate. So it's like you could do good work but like he's just like, you have a lot of Zionist connections. Like I have a lot of friends. I'm sorry. I get millions of shares. My poetry's been shared on Occupy Democrats. That's like the most far left, you know, left-leaning, like anti-Trump blog ever. Like I'm connected to a lot of people. A lot of people like me. I like Roseanne. You know, she's a friend and we don't agree on some things, but it's like, I don't like being attacked. So Adam, I would love to host him, but he needs to be a little nicer for my personal taste because I do what I want to do. I talk to who I want to talk to. And he's been a little too aggressive, attacky, as opposed to like nice, where I don't have to talk to him, but I would like to. So I'd much rather host a debate. But I mean, we talked today and I was like, dude, you don't gotta, like, it's one thing to be like, hey, you like ask a friend or something, but he's like, you're connected to a lot of Zionists. It's like, dude, relax, my man. Like, yeah, I'm friends with people who love Israel. I watch people who don't like Israel. You know, I follow progressives who don't, and I speak my mind. I have no problem. I've hosted debates that are like the biggest debates on YouTube over certain topics. I'm not afraid to go against that. I don't agree with everyone. I just want to say I've had a lot of people on I don't completely agree with. That's what the whole thing is. And there's certain things like Cernovich. He does really great work in many ways, but there's other things that, you know, we both probably see differently. But like, to me, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? I'll have him on. I'd rather host a debate, but I don't appreciate kind of the tone and just like the attitude towards me. That's all. Samuel said, what does it mean that Trump isn't fully exonerated? I have no idea what they're talking about. Someone said, I want to see E. Michael Jones destroy Jordan Peterson. I haven't seen the E. Michael Jones guy. I got to watch him on my thing. Yeah, I just want to say too, before I leave, me personally, like I research a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that conservatives don't talk about, and I have no problem talking about. There's a lot of stuff that right-winger, like left-wingers don't talk about, but I don't come from a place of hate. I don't come from a place of blame. And I truly do believe, although obviously there's consolidated power in many countries, in many religions, I get it. But like, I don't know. The more I research stuff and the more I look into everything, I think there's a lot of stuff going on at once. So I don't, you know, I'm not big on like one topic. That's not my thing. Someone said just tweeted Joe again. Thank you guys. Man, it sucks that I'm blurry. I wish I wasn't so blurry. It's all good. Thank you, Veronica. Yeah. And I'm happy. Like, me too. Not that I have to really say it, but I feel like I'm a bridge to a lot of things. Like, I'm able to do these things, and people don't get mad. Like, I constantly critique conservatives. I constantly talk about the same things that conservatives don't want to hear about, but they don't bother me. I mean, some people annoy. Obviously, like, people will yell at me sometimes, but like, they respect it because of my tone and the way I say it. So it's like, I don't want to be I don't like being pressured by anybody. I don't care how great of work they do. Like, the left wing wants to pressure me. The right wing wants to pressure me. People who, study Zionism want to pressure me. People who love Israel, like, and are super Jewish want to pressure me. No, honestly, not often. Not really anybody in that category has been too annoying. But you get what I'm saying? It's like, I am what I am. I say what I say, and I do what I do. I'm not a shill. I'm not paid. And I don't appreciate people who try to pressure me. If I say one thing that goes against conservatives, like, oh, you're not a real, what are you, not this? And it's like, no, this is the truth, and you guys don't get it. This is how I feel. And I'm, very content and happy being the person I am. So it's like, I don't appreciate the tone and context when somebody tries to like pressure me into their zone. Like, I'm clearly not them. I'm a hip hop artist. Can you rap? Do you have songs with platinum rock groups? And no, then we're not the same people. Do you like basketball? Do you swim in the ocean? Maybe, maybe not. But like, I'm a human being with my own preferences and, things that I'm lucky enough to work for myself. I have no manager, no owner, no donor. So I make my own schedule, and I do what I like to do, and I move off of vibes and energy. And, that's how I feel. When I interviewed people, I do it because I'm like, I want to have a conversation with them. Someone said, hit the Rogan's up button. You guys that's so funny. But, do you prefer regular, yellow, or Dijon? I got sriracha sauce. I like hot sauce. I'm not a big mustard guy. You got to watch with a lot of ketchup too, guys, like Heinz ketchup and others. It's got high fructose corn syrup. Your ketchup shouldn't have high fructose corn syrup. There's no reason for tomatoes to have high fructose corn syrup in it. So, I'm not sure with Dijon mustard. I think I like whatever mustard doesn't have high fructose corn syrup. Let's put it that way. Someone says progressives see youth as partners for the future. I'm just trying to do stuff. Like, I don't have progressives. They definitely tap into the youth. Conservatives do a horrible job with the youth. And, I don't know why they don't work with me. It's all good. Anyway, I want to say too, I want to build something. Like, they're always like trying to steal my tax money. It's like, what if instead of thinking that big government was the solution when it's not, what if you hit me up and said, An0maly, I don't agree with you on this, but like, let's build an air purifier. Like, that's the level I'm on now. I'm out here trying to build air purifiers, and you're trying to steal my tax money and give it to the federal government. It's like, if you're really progressive, let's make progress in our real lives. Let's start a business. Let's do something for the environment. Let's clean the air. Let's clean the ocean. Like, stop trying to steal my money. Boingo Bear says, An0maly, I think you're a great candidate for bridging the gap between the left and the right. You're an honest man. I wish you success. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Or brotherette, if you're a woman. But, yeah, like, I am what I am. And it's like, it's all good. I get it. I'm a public figure. I guess now people are going to weigh in on it, but it's like, I'm not going to be other people. And some people, like a lot of people, that really bothers them, or they'll like be like, An0maly doesn't get this or that. And it's like, that's not true. I'm doing what I'm doing. And also I'm able to do it. It's dope. And in my personal perspective, the reason I do it, I'm not doing it to be weak. I'm not doing it to be fake or soft at all. That's my true being. I don't believe in anger. I don't believe fear is the answer. And also, I don't believe blame is the answer. I'll tell you, I've come from, a family, a working class family, and I've worked really hard. I've done it all by myself. Like, I'm not, you guys obviously help. Like, it's the people who support me. Obviously, it's not just me. But on the production side, it is kind of just me. There's, I have a few friends who have lended a hand here or there and done great work, and I appreciate them. But I do it all. So I don't understand this blame. Like, I don't want all the power and money in the world. I'm fine. I'm fine on the path I'm on. And that's why when people make excuses or they hate other people or they blame it, it's not really my thing. And I think to be honest, energy matters. And a lot of people, they don't treat others the way that they want to be treated. And there's a lot of hypocrisy where people expect the world leaders and the Democrats or the Republicans to act a certain way. And those same people can't even treat other people with that same type of energy and respect that they're expecting in others. So it doesn't make sense to me. And when you do that, I think you get it in return a lot. Like, I've made a lot of bold statements. I've said a lot of things that most people won't say. For the most part, no one really bothers me because I'm not mean about it. I'm not attacking. And if you are, how do you feel when you're attacked? You know what I'm saying? How do you feel when someone doesn't consider your point perspective and just bashes you out of context? It doesn't feel very good. So obviously to other people, it doesn't feel very good. That's how I try to vibe out. And it's like, I know there's a lot of people who don't agree with me, but I'm not the, that's just not what I believe. I want to sit down with people. I want to chat with them. I want to talk to them. I want to have discussions. I want to have debates. And, you know, that it's a beautiful thing to not do that. And it's like, everyone's got their own thing. That's great. But it's like, I don't attack others. So I don't appreciate when people who don't even understand what I'm doing. And it's like, to be honest, it's always people that are attacking me. Like, most of the time, people who are trying to correct me. And I'm not saying one people in specific. It's been hundreds of people over the last 2 years. It's always people that should be, like I said in my song, you should stop hating and pay me for consultation. I could probably change your life with a minute of observation. It's a joke, funny line. But the reason I said that is because it's always people hating that aren't even as effective as me. Like, I've been extremely effective, and I continuously, like, the amount of, you know, things I'm doing by myself is pretty great. And, you know, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying, why would you hate on me? Like, you should be like, how do I do that? How do I get through to people? Because sometimes people need to hear certain things in certain ways. Like, they learn through certain methods. And I don't know. I'm in my own zone. That's all I'm going to say. Stream looks better now. Great. Right as I was about to leave, they're like, stream's better. Let's see. Lionel Nation. I'm trying to read these comments. What are you guys saying? Thank you, many cool people. No, guys, I'm not talking about anyone in specific. I already said my thing about certain people just to address some comments, but there's a lot of people who reach out to me and they're like, An0maly, don't do this, don't do that. And it's like, it's always people I'm looking at, I'm like, guy, what are you doing? Like, I had an Instagram post yesterday and someone was like, An0maly, you don't know what you're talking about with ISIS. I was explaining how the media, I'll say this just because I'll teach, not saying teach a lesson, but they called ISIS for 4, 5, 6 years. ISIS. So ISIS was branded as scary, really bad. You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as ISIS got defeated, they started calling it Islamic State more, and they started calling it IS because they were lobbying to bring IS women home. I understand their branding. They do it because once ISIS is bad branded, they move to a new brand. And they're like, look, it's just the Islamic State because everyone knows who ISIS is. Probably like 80% of people have no idea who Islamic State or IS is. Like, people don't understand that. So I explain that, and I have conservative Instagram accounts being like, An0maly, that's a reach. It's ISIS, bro. And I'm like, guy, why would you criticize? I don't even know who you are, first of all. But second of all, it's like, I'm doing 10,000 times the work that you're doing. I'm more effective. I'm doing 18 different things, and you're just posting memes. That's fine. What the least you could do is just stay out of my way. It's like these conservatives are getting real salty because I'm doing all this stuff. And they're like, An0maly, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, guy, you should learn a lesson from me. You shouldn't attack. You're like, you don't understand branding and marketing, and I'm trying to help you. And this is how I get treated. It's hilarious. And someone said ISIS is a goddess. It's another thing. I mean, yeah, ISIS is a goddess. What? Egyptian goddess of, I can't remember. They take symbols, they take brands, they invert them to mean the opposite of what they used to mean. And then they jump from brand to brand when they lose that brand. You know, it's like, I get their games, and it's like, it's just annoying. I don't mind that much, but I'm doing all this work. And then it's like, I got people trying to like jump on my, it's like, guys, do your own thing and come on the debate platform if you want to. But, on Tuesday, I'm going to debate the dude, John Burke. And I'm going to time stuff out. I'm going to get a lot of conversations going, guys. I'm really pumped about the conversations I've been having. I'm trying to get more progressives. I want to do a climate change debate. I'm definitely doing a debate with Adam eventually and someone else, but I'm just letting you guys know, just to be real. It's like the way he's like, you have a lot of Zionist friends, go ask them. Like, that's not how you speak to me. You know what I'm saying? For a guy who wants respect and peace and kindness in the world, and he wants Israel to stop doing all these terrible things, the least he could do is have a little respect and kindness to me. When you attack, he's like, ask your Zionist friends to debate me. It's like, bro, I don't need to host you. I don't need to do this. I want to do it. And I'm saying, if you have a debate, set it up yourself. And then it's like throwing jabs at me because I have friends that support Israel. It's like, it makes me not actually want to host the guy. I'm just going to be honest. I appreciate his videos. I think he does great work, but it's like, dude, you got to get your attitude right. I saw his Owen Schroyer interview too, and his Andrew Mayer debate. And to be honest, I agree with a lot of stuff he's saying. I think he makes valid points, but I don't like his attitude in either of those debates. I find that he's very mean and just always attacking people rather than just like stating, the facts that are very valid and need to be heard by conservatives and liberals. It's like, that type of stuff doesn't work with me. It has nothing to do with Zionism. I have no problem hosting, complex Jewish debates and talking about APEC and stuff. I did it earlier today, but it's just not the way to get through to me. That's the type of stuff where it's like, it's not going to make me ever want to host you or work with you. And it has nothing to do with covering up or silencing stuff. I talk about it all the time. That's not, to me. I still value, and this is why I talk about other stuff, I value personal respect. I value how you treat somebody. To me, that matters more. If there's somebody who does great work and they're not even a good person to me, that says a lot about, who you are. And it's like, there's been many people along the lines that have treated me suspectly, but they do really good work. And I'm like, that's great, but I don't feel the same way, and it's not just Adam. There's a lot of people like that. So I'm just being honest, because I don't want to keep getting annoyed or hassled or lied about or called things because I have friends on both sides. I have friends, and even on my Instagram. First of all, Torres said, I like the hat An0maly. Thank you. On my Instagram, I follow more right-wing accounts, and I have a lot of right-wing friends. And someone's like, An0maly, how come you don't have any left-wing? Like, how come you're surrounding yourself by right-wing people? I'm like, why doesn't any left-wing people want to debate me or talk to me or invite me on their show? I don't know. Like, you tell me. Like, maybe because right-wing people get it in a lot of ways, and they're the forgotten class of people who are getting lied about and crushed. And left-wing people are afraid of the truth and afraid of discussion. And instead of talking to me, left-wing people want to censor me and silence me and lie about me in the press because they're cowardly. It's like, is that my fault? I don't like getting blamed. I get blamed by left-wingers saying I have too many right-wingers. I get blamed by people who study Israel for having too many Zionist friends. I get blamed by normal conservatives who don't talk about that stuff because I have opinions that are correct, that aren't mainstream sheep herding mentality stuff. And I don't appreciate anybody on any side, no matter if you're left or right, who wants to attack me or misframe me or, say all this stuff about me rudely just because I don't say what you want me to say. It's like, that type of stuff is obnoxious, and I don't appreciate it for a second. And that's just some rare, deep talk that, I let you guys know because that's my life now. Lloyd Tucker Carlson said, please come on Rogue Ways podcast, homie. Here's the thing, Lloyd. I talked to your friend. I know he's emailed me a few times. I'll address that too, since you gave me the super chat. So I checked out his videos, and like your guy, it's like he doesn't really have that much going on. And I'm not knocking it. I'm just very busy now, Lloyd. And I have I have to turn down podcasts. I've turned down 3 podcasts this week because they're smaller. I don't have that much time. I'm doing an interview on Monday where I have to drive to. I'm doing a debate on Tuesday. I'm very, very booked. And I go with how, if I'm intrigued, and certain people, I was like, I appreciate your friend and the offer, but certain things I just can't do. I do want to have a climate change debate though. If somebody wants to debate me on climate change, Lloyd, I'll do that. And the reason I'm saying this stuff, I just like to be very transparent, and I'm very, I don't like to beat around the bush. I like to say, just get to the point. So like with all this stuff, it's not, I don't have to talk about it, but I just want you guys to know, because now I'm at the point now where I'm getting, not only am I getting smeared by the media, but I have top conservative accounts and top other like independent news accounts where they keep like yelling at me in unison. And you have to understand, I'm fine. I'm great. I'm handling it well. I'm not stressed at all. My life is great. But like, I manage all my own stuff. I answer hundreds of emails a week. I edit like 15 videos a week. I do 5 live streams a week. I'm reading 20, 30, 40, 50 DMs a day. So a lot of people don't have consideration for me. on either side. And maybe they don't mean to. It's all love. But like, just consider that. Like, I don't like to have arguments or conversations in DMs. I'd rather schedule a debate or do something. But it's like I have a lot on my plate. So I personally appreciate the people who are respectful about it, and it's most people. And that's what it is. I have to do this because I love doing what I do. I like handling it all myself. But it's at the point now where I have to do this stuff, and I want to tell you guys because it's like most people, they don't get as much done as I get done with, and they have a team. I don't even have a team. I do everything myself, quite literally. Like sometimes a friend helps with one or two things max if I'm at home or on vacation, but I like to tell you this stuff to be straightforward. So, I feel like it makes it more authentic. And also it's like, that's it. Like, we'll move forward like that. And I want to tell people out like this just so they know too. Cause I know a lot of people probably don't even consider it or know it, but like I do a lot. I run like 6 social media pages. I've blown up this week. I have on another, I've gotten, like 2 million views for other people. Not only do I get millions of views a week on Facebook, but I blow up other people. Avi, he's already doing great, but he was dope. I was like, Avi, I think I can make this blow up on Facebook. I'll give you all the credit. I'll make sure people see the original posting. And he was with it. Avi, whatever. And here's the thing too. It's like, I have a love for a lot of Jewish people. I have a lot of great Jewish people in my life who are very ambitious, and I don't know Avi's other stuff, but it's like, he did a really great, he showed Jim Jeffries in the mainstream media. Like, I don't like to be attacked. That's what I'm saying with the last stuff I was talking about. I do have a lot of Jewish friends, and I say what I want about the Jewish ideology. I say what I want about AIPAC. I say what I want about Israel. I say what I want about Zionism. And no one cares. They're all like, either they appreciate it or they don't, but it doesn't matter to me. It's like, I'm not going to write off an entire race of people just because a few YouTubers want me to be more mad at them. It's like, no, I don't believe in that. And also when it comes to Judaism and all that stuff, there's a lot of inner fighting, and there's also individuals. Like to me, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't believe in this, like, same with like the right wing with Muslims. Like the right wing wants me to just be like them and be like, I hate all Muslims. Like I don't. I have really great Muslim friends who I like better than people who want me to hate them. So it's like, that's not who I am. And I'm just saying this now to every side, because it's like, I'm so tired of people trying to change who I am and also trying to lead me down the wrong path. Or it's like, I have Muslim friends who I'll go to lunch with who I like better than you. So it's not really up to you who I talk to and who I like and who I share and who I interview and who I'm friends with and who I'm not friends with. Like, I'm not going to be bullied by the mainstream media. I'm not going to be bullied by the independent media. I'm not going to be bullied by the left. And I'm certainly not going to be bullied by the right in any way. And I've been pretty free like that. And I'll tell you what, I've made a lot of people think differently. Someone says, does your wife help you? I don't have a wife. Can we do a healthcare debate? Eventually, yeah. I really want to do a climate change debate, so. Someone said, I'm a native Californian. All right, I'm going to leave in like 2 minutes, but I'm a native Californian moving to London after my marriage visa. How do I support you in another country? Yeah, just share. It's all good. Just share and show love. I always have links like donor box, Patreon and stuff, but I don't need, I'm good. Like, just if you share and watch, that's enough. Even commenting, that's all good. Whatever, like that stuff helps. Someone said, no wife. Whose hat is that? It's my hat. I told you I bought it. I bought it to play a girl in my own skit. I did a skit where I was a girl and a guy, and I bought this. Someone said, interview Lauren Southern. Maybe. No, I'm reading some stuff. Shout out to Walk Away. Someone said, yeah, that's Brandon's doing great work with what is it, Blair White? She's great too. She's like a trans conservative. They tried to do an event and the LGBT center shut them down. It's awful. But Brandon's doing really good work, man. Good guy. Someone said, what, Nam? Why are you dressed like a grandma? I love that. I am dressed like a grandma because I should be. Why shouldn't I dress like a grandma? Ask yourself that. Someone said, how can you debate climate if you don't know the science? I know science. You don't know what I know. That's the debate I really want to do. Please, if you guys know anybody who wants to debate me on climate change, I want to debate a progressive because I've been having a lot of right-wing people on. I want to have someone that's more left-leaning on soon. I don't want to turn my thing into an echo chamber. David Almond said, I met you at Blake's at LA. You're a pretty cool dude, but no offense, I don't trust Mike Cerna. All right, I like that. He said, I'm a pretty cool dude. I'm not very cool. I'm pretty cool. No, I appreciate that. Thank you, David. But he said, no offense, I don't trust Mike Cernovich. You don't have to. It's funny because like I have friends who I'm really good friends with who really don't like Mike Cernovich. Like they can't stand Mike Cernovich. For some reason, I think Mike, like not for some reason, for my personal preference, I think Mike Cernovich is hilarious. Like I don't know. I think his Twitter feed is so funny. Like things that make other people mad. I just think it's so funny. And also Mike does a lot of good work. I don't agree with everything he says, but I don't have to. And you don't have to like Mike either. You don't have to trust him. I go with how I feel. And I saw Mike say he wanted to run for president. So I was like, let me talk to Mike. Like it's not like I don't know Mike that well. I've hit him up. I've met him actually at a few events, like just going to Blake's that he was at and stuff. But like I hit up Mike and he did a really good documentary with Hoaxed. And I said, Mike, can I use a clip of Hoaxed? There's like a 4-minute clip of Hoaxed. I said, Mike, can I upload it on Facebook? I'll credit you. I'll put people towards your documentary. He said, yeah. I said, Mike, you want to come on? He said, yeah. Like, that's how I operate. Like I just flow with how I feel. You don't have to trust him, but you know, a lot of people don't. A lot of people do. I think he's hilarious and he's just interesting. I like people who intrigue me. You know, I think he's very interesting. But Two Gun Tommy said, An0maly thinks he's so much smarter than your average person, LMFAO. That's not true. I say time and time again, I was like, guys, I shouldn't be on my couch doing better journalism than other people. I don't think it's a statement to how smart I am. I think it's more of a statement to how dumb society's gotten. Have you heard Neville Goddard, great mystic? No, I haven't. I just read your super chat. Someone said, I don't trust Molyneux, but CERN is harmless. Here's the thing, guys. This is fun. I like talking about this stuff. Everybody has their own perspective. Some people love Stefan Molyneux. Some people can't stand him. Some people love Cernovich. Some people can't stand him. Some people really love Roseanne Barr and trust her. Some people don't trust her. Some people love me. Some people don't trust me. Some people love Trump. Some people think he's a shill. You know, some people hate Trump. Some people are indifferent. That's the beauty of humanity. It's like you don't have to trust. First of all, I would say I don't specifically like put all my trust into anything. I trust somebody who has a track record of showing me the truth. But that's the beauty. That's why I have my debate platform. It's like we're not all supposed to think the same. We're not all supposed to like the same people. I have friends who love Alex Jones and can't stand Ben Shapiro. And then I have friends who love Ben Shapiro and can't stand Alex Jones. It's a wonderful thing. You know, it's cool to have people who want to hear that stuff. There's some people who love this. And then, you know, it's like, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of like, not only the world in America, but that's also the beauty of like what I would consider like the new right thing. There's so much diversity on the new right, for lack of a better term. It's like some people love Trump. Some people don't like Trump and think he's a shill. Some people, you know, really like a lot of like Ben Shapiro. Some people really like Alex Jones. There's so much diversity going on that it's like I get more liberalism from the right than I do the left now. It's fun. I listen to everybody, guys. I listen too much, honestly. I listen to people. I'm trying to think of like, I listen to everyone, but I'm more into like YouTube videos and people on YouTube, but it's like, I'm considering everything. And I take what they say and I weigh it against what they say. And I listen to debates and I listen to conversations. I think it's so fun to like, just hear what everyone's talking about and, you know, make my own decisions and stuff. That's what I hope you guys do. No, it's all good. Here's my, I won't even say advice because I'm not an advice person, but I always say to everybody, if someone's not good at something, that's your role. If everybody did the same thing, you wouldn't have a role. Like the most beautiful thing about the chaos of the last 2 years is I've been able to create something and do what I love every day of my life for now. I've been able to do it because there was a void. So don't hate other people. Don't judge them. Don't talk about them too much. Use, you know, watch the people you love, critique them if you want, whatever. But like fill the void. You know, if you think Shapiro doesn't do enough, be the new Ben Shapiro who does more. It's like a lot of people with a Turning Point USA, where a lot of, I find a lot of people are like, Turning Point's not doing this and that. But Turning Point's the only conservative people on the school that, I get it. Like certain things they do, you might not agree with, but you got to make your own, you got to make your own new Turning Point that does better things. It's like, there's no value to spending too much energy hating on other people. And that's the realest thing you could hear outside of politics and stuff. Like, that's why I don't like to, I like to schedule stuff, but I don't like to text too much. I don't like to DM too much because I want to either be relaxing and enjoying my life or working. That like, if there's a company you don't like make the new company. That's innovation. That's what true capitalism and American, freedom or whatever, that's what it's supposed to be about, is like constantly innovating, constantly creating. And it's awesome. Someone said, I need to keep my job. No, I feel you, but there's always time on the side too. If you're really ambitious, you could do something to the side. It doesn't have to be politics. I'm not even talking about news analysis, but it's like, do something you love. That's what life's about. Someone say you and Fleckas need to do a live stream together. Yeah, we'll do it. He never hit me. I mean, we talk all the time, me and Fleckas, but I said he could come on one week and he never hit me back. But I'll get Fleckas on here. Who else? I'll ask you guys this before I leave. How about this? Who do you guys want to see the most? Who do you want to see on my live stream? I'll make America Debate again because I want to keep it steady, have a few people a week. Who do you want to see me debate? Who do you want to see me talk to? Who needs more shine? Who's underrated? Let me know. And then we'll end this live stream. Thank you guys for joining. God bless. I see Big Bear. I see Gavin, Trump, Jericho Green, Amazing Lucas, Flocka. You spelled his name wrong, unless you're talking about Waka. Let me see. Ben Shapiro, Progressives, Dan Crenshaw. I'm trying to lock down an interview with Tulsi Gabbard. That might happen. We'll see if they answer. I'm reading. Vox Day, Candace, Dave Rubin, Big Bear, Michael Knowles, Jericho, Rachel Maddow, Sticks. I hit up Sticks. We were supposed to. He never answered me either. So me and Sticks, he answered me months ago, and I didn't know how to work this. And now that I figured out how to work it, Sticks doesn't hit me up. If I did it with Sticks, I'd do the shirtless thing too. It'd be no shirt. Me and Sticks like shirtless. I'd put my hair down so we look the same. Be hilarious. Tell Sticks and Hammer to hit me up. I think that would be so funny. Razor Fist, yeah, he did some good Michael Jackson stuff. I saw that video. That's dope. Joe Rogan. Hit Joe up. I want to be on Joe Rogan podcast. I know. All right. Maduro. Tom McDonald. Yeah, I actually emailed Tom McDonald too. All right, hit up Sticks on Twitter and tag me. Tell him he should come on and talk about. Yes, he hasn't answered my message. We were gonna set it up. Tim Pool, yeah, maybe. All right, I'm reading. Red Elephants. Yeah, maybe I'll have Vince on maybe one time. I want to get some progressives in too, because I want to, before I have more people on the right on. I guess Tuesday I'm having a right-wing debate, but this guy is actually mad at me, so it's more of a debate. I want to have a few left-wing people on. All right, guys, I'm going to take off. Thanks for your suggestions. Yeah, let Sticks know to chat. But overall, Tuesday, Make America Debate again, 9 a.m. I'll schedule it with John Burke. He's going to tell me how wrong I am or something. I don't know. Agree with Ben Shapiro. We'll figure it out. It'll be fun. Yeah, Luke, here, I'll tell you one more. Luke from We Are Change, he doesn't hit me up either. He's like, he won't answer. Like, he asks, I want to have a Trump debate with Luke We Are Change because he doesn't like Trump that much. But some people won't answer me. They act like they don't see it. It's okay. I'm sure they're busy too. I get it. Thank you guys. God bless you. God bless America. God bless your family, and God bless the world. Hope you have a great week. I'll be working, having a good time. Hopefully that was a fun live stream, minus the fact that they made me blurry for a while. But no collusion. That's the first annual party. If that went well, maybe we'll have more listening parties where we read news and play music. That was pretty fun. Have a good week, guys. I'll be back, and I'll be working hard all week. Make sure if you guys have a Facebook and you haven't, subscribe to me on Facebook. The Facebook page, very, very powerful, just cranking out videos. And they monetize advertisements now. So Facebook's actually becoming bigger for me than YouTube. So I appreciate everyone sharing on Facebook. God bless you guys. But I like you here too on YouTube. Thank you again. If you don't do anything too, sign up to my free email list. It's in the description. 100% free. I'm not annoying. I don't spam. I don't email too much. I literally just save these emails for when I need a big event or something, which is like once every couple months. I'm the least annoying email list you'll ever be on. I promise you that. So sign up to that. God bless you guys. I'm actually here. Before I leave, I'll share it in the text. Dang. So that's the email list right there. I just shared it in our live stream chat. Click on that. I promise it's not a fake link. I'll give you the other link too, just so you know, because bit links scare me sometimes, but it's my send in blue or something. Yeah, click on that link, sign up to my free email list, 100% free. It takes like 5 seconds. And yeah, I won't spam you. I promise. See you guys. I'll be back tomorrow or Tuesday, or you get it, you know.